Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to take apart and replace the whole LCD assembly on a Samsung Galaxy Note 3. And this is the Verizon model, but it should be the same or almost the same for every single Galaxy Note 3. It's pretty similar for every model. Alright, so first thing you're going to do is take out the back cover. You're going to remove the battery. Remove SD card and SIM card if you have one in there. Alright, and then with a small Phillips head screwdriver, you're going to have to remove all these screws back here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 screws. Alright, so here we go. I like to put the screws in a good place so I don't lose them, so I always put them just on the back of the back cover of the phone. Alright, so almost done. 2 more screws. Alright, so once all the screws are removed, remember to also take out the stylus. Put that to the side. Alright. And then now with your fingernail or an open prying tool, just carefully pry around this the back plastic over here to remove the clips. So you're gonna kind of get under it carefully, lift it up through here if you like, and lift it up through in here. See how it has a little opening right here? Kind of squeeze your finger to lift it up a little bit, and then when you lift up on this side, now you can fit your fingernail in here. So just wedge up carefully around the sides of the phone. Alright, so right here, same thing. There we go. Alright, so it's completely off. Alright, so now the following step is we're gonna go ahead and disconnect all of the parts of the phone. This right here is the LCD cable. This one up here, probably the front camera or the digitizer. Right here, the headphone jack, and disconnect this antenna right here. With your fingernail you could kind of lift it up carefully. And then disconnect these 2 flex cables down here. I go to the charger port and one is for the charging port and one is for the sensors here, the menu button, the back button, and the home button. Alright, so once all the flex cables are disconnected, you can lift up the motherboard. There you go, that's the motherboard on the Note 3. Put that to the side. And so since we're gonna be replacing the LCD on this, we're gonna have to remove all the parts that are left on the frame. So we're gonna have to get the Phillips head screwdriver, remove this screw here holding the headphone jack in. Put that to the side. Alright, let's lift up the motherboard. I'm sorry, not the motherboard, the charger port. So you can kind of lift it up carefully. We're gonna have to lift this metal bracket up that's holding it in place. So with an open prying tool or tweezers, lift up on it. Alright, well, it looks like it comes out completely as one piece. So you can kind of peel this up. I'm gonna lift up right here. Stick a opening prying tool under charger port flex and just peel it up. There you go. It's just glued on there. Alright, and lift this antenna. Alright, so once you have this lifted up, you can peel this off. It's the charger port and antenna. Alright, and now let's lift up the headphone jack. You can lift this up by just pulling up on it. And we're gonna have to lift up the ear speaker as well. It's the ear speaker, headphone jack come off. And then the front camera and the proximity sensor is being held down by some metal bracket, so we're gonna have to lift that up. Okay. Alright, so here is the metal bracket. It flew off. Alright, so once you have the metal bracket lifted up, you can lift up here carefully, and that's the proximity sensor and the front camera. Alright, and now for the power button and the vibrator. We're gonna have to lift up here. I lift up here with the tweezers on the side of the vibrator motor to get it up. Alright. And then you gotta carefully. Also, we're gonna have to peel the power button up. Alright. And then let's try and get under this flex cable here with the vibrator motor to lift it up. I'm gonna lift it up here from the side. There's like a little opening here where you could use to lift it up. Alright. Alright, there you go. So the vibrator motor is up. And like I said, this is the flex cable for the home button, menu button, and back button. And this right here is the digitizer flex cable, and this is the LCD. This right here is the LCD flex cable. This right here is the digitizer cable. So that's the frame of the phone with the LCD on it. So now I'm just going to put everything back together. Alright, so first off, let's put the power button back and the vibrator motor. So this one goes like this. Put the ear speaker and headphone jack back on. The front camera and the proximity sensor. Let's put that bracket back on. And the charging port and antenna. Make sure the antenna, you put it back in this little bracket that it's supposed to go into. Alright, and then we can just place the motherboard back on there. Alright, so once you feel that the motherboard is in place, you can start connecting all the flex cables back on. Alright, so I connected all the flex cables, everything looks good and ready to go. So now we can place the back plate back on. Squeeze it down around all the edges and corners so that all the clips go in. Alright, we're going to put the stylus pen back in. And now we're going to put all the screws back in. Oh, I forgot this little screw. This one goes over here holding the headphone jack inside. But I'm not going to put it in now because I already put the back plate on. You don't really, it's not necessary. Alright, so once all the screws are back in, you can put in the SIM card and the SD card back on. Place the battery back in. Back cover. Alright, and then now let's turn it on. Make sure that it's working correctly. Alright, so it looks like everything's working fine. Screen's good. Volume buttons, power button, home button, everything's good. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.